buckle up. It's time for another wild ride at the circuit of the Americas as we go sprint racing. Lights are out. We are underway. It's a good start from all on the front row. Marquez Alex Marquez, should I say, has got ahead of Di Gianantonio down to turn 1. And look at Bagnaia from row 2. Bagnaia takes over out the front, goes a little bit wide, and Marquez drops the bike in front of him into turn 2. But that's brilliant from Bagnaia off the start.
Yeah, incredible off the line, good reaction. Oh, but he gets straight back.
This is what they were planning to do. He's attacked Marquez, and he's been attacked. Oh, Fabio Di Gianantonio is going to be tight as he rejoins the track. But it's Bagnaia from row 2 who leads from Marquez. This wasn't in the script.
Oh, how's that? No room at all. You can't pass at all through this section. We've already had 3.
Wow, through that was incredible, wasn't it? Through turn 6 and 7 from Marquez as he goes over the top now through turn 10. That was such one of those moves that you don't pull on the first lap on your teammate, but Marquez has done it. He takes the lead down towards turn 11. Pedro Acosta's just going to ease Frankie Morbidelli wide. Frankie will pay that back with interest.
He certainly will. They've both gone wide, and I think who's got through? Oh no, they haven't quite got through. But
Fabio Quartararo.
Yeah, Quartararo trying to pick up the pieces.
Into turn 15 they go. We have got a sprint race on here in the USA. It's Marquez from Bagnaia. We haven't seen that yet so far this year.
Not at all.
Oh,
what's happened there?
Someone's gone wide, and Marquez is dropping down into 3rd place now. He's going to come back to the inside. It's like a Moto3 race this, as Marquez hits the front again. Now Alex comes through into 2nd place. Fabio Quartararo waiting in the wings. What a start to the action here in the USA.
Is this the moment?
Oh,
yeah,
wow, a huge rear slide.
Lost 2 places.
Wow.
Lucky to hold on to this. A fraction more and he was down.
The black line he was laying on the asphalt there, and still he recovered to go and take the lead then into the final corner. Remarkable scenes. Marquez just settled down into his rhythm now as he comes through the final corner. Alex Marquez has got his usual spot behind him, and Pecco Bagnaia there in 3rd. He's under pressure from his former title rival, Fabio Quartararo. Bagnaia is having to fight to stay ahead of Quartararo as Acosta, it looked like, was launching him back on the inside of Joan Mir up the hill. So, as Bagnaia laps in 3rd. Oh, Fabio Quartararo lost the front down there to turn 15. Is he able to hold on? He can't, surely. Oh, no. Frankie Morbidelli comes through, but somehow Quartararo saved it.
Yeah, you feel like he's having to make up that little bit of ground in those areas. Just pinch a bit on the brakes whilst you're trail braking in. Just slightly overloaded that front. And quick reactions saved it.
So Quartararo still in 5th place, still going to pick up some useful points. Joan Mir's there. I reckon Joan Mir in a long race here, because he is, apart from the front 2, the fastest on track. Here we go. There's Vinales and Acosta doing battle. Vinales on the outside, hung out to dry a little bit by Pedro there. He had just got ahead of him, but Pedro not taking it lying down. Ooh, a moment for Maverick.
Yeah, and he's going to go wide there, but there's no room through for Luca Marini. He's one of those. Someone's down.
It's Mir, is it? Or Marini?
It's Mir.
I think it is Joan Mir. Yeah, just we were talking about how long he was going to go in the race tomorrow. It is Joan Mir who has crashed out. This is Mir sliding out. I've seen him crash before there.
Being a little bit too aggressive, braking with angle.
Yeah, Mark did a 203.2 last lap, but
Fabio Di Gianantonio on Fabio Quartararo. Digi is always aggressive. One of the nicest, quietest, polite young motorcycle racers you'll ever have the privilege to meet and spend any time with, but he puts that visor down and he's an animal.
Maverick Vinales has just been shuffled back by Marini and Binder, so having been battling with Acosta, he's now back in 10th, is Maverick. Last year's winner, of course. Here comes Digi now. It's a late one, but Frankie Morbidelli will not give it up on his teammate there.
I think Frankie's peripheral vision is quite narrow, because I've seen Frankie do that so many times. He never picks up, and why should he?
And Fabio Quartararo is also going to come through. Of course he is, former teammates, of course. So the Fabios go through on Frankie. At the front, you can see top left, the gap between Mark and Alex Marquez.
And look at this, Frankie with Ducati power. Going to be able to level him, and he has done in the braking zone. What you need to do now is just hold your line.
Exactly what he did. That's perfect, actually, from Morbidelli, isn't it?
Oh, Digi's gone wide.
But no penalty for that over those curves.
Oh.
Quartararo on the inside, that's aggressive.
And that's what he's having to do, isn't it? Overriding on the little twisty, niggly sections. He even thought then about going up the inside of Digi.
Where he just lost the front a couple of laps ago. This is the battle for 4th place between Gian Antonio, Quartararo and Morbidelli. Here comes Frankie into turn 19.
Fair play to Morbidelli. Great move.
Quartararo will get the inside line now, willing to the corner.
Morbidelli aggressive.
He's going to go wide, surely.
Because he turned in so early to block him.
No. Not quite working for Aprilia like we expected coming here. Here is Bez underneath Binder.
Nice move. Got it stopped. Made the apex.
Now we'll see Aprilia versus KTM.
KTM's the fastest bike normally.
Yeah, look at Binder.
He's on the wrong side of him there because what Bezzecchi's done, he's gone defensive. So he's forced Binder to the wrong side of him.
Ooh, but that's a little bit of a jolt.
I think we might be going wide here, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we are.
It had to be, didn't it?
And that started, you spotted it, Gav, the initial snap. Once it snaps sideways that far, the only way you get control back is by releasing a little bit of brake pressure. At that point, you know you're going to run off the track.
Marc Marquez looking to make it another clean sweep. Pole, fastest sprint lap, sprint win, and then he has to back it up in the race tomorrow.
It's not been a walk in the park though.
It hasn't, has it? This is where he had the moment early on in this sprint race. No such problem on this occasion. 2 corners to go now for Marc Marquez to claim a 3rd sprint victory of the season so far and continue his 100% record in the championship so far in 2025. Marc Marquez is back on top in Kota, takes the sprint victory with Alex coming home in 2nd place. Yet again a 1-2 for the Marquez brothers. Pecco Bagnaia made life hard on that opening lap, but could only manage 3rd, still gets that podium. Gian Antonio 4th, Morbidelli 5th, Quartararo 6th, Acosta 7th, Marini 8th, Agura took the final point scoring position in 9th with Bezzecchi 10th. Aldeguer took Binder across the line for 11th as Marc Marquez shakes hands with his brother and shakes hands with his teammate. He won the sprint today, but he's had to work for it again.
He's had to work for it, and he nearly came off. That was close.
Celebrations once again for Marc Marquez and Ducati back on top. Life was made hard for Marc in that sprint. What could